On today's episode of Watch JR Go, a car video. Well, really a truck video. What is going on, guys? I am Watch JR Go, and this is my 2022 Ford F-250 Limited, the most expensive truck you could buy in 2022. I paid $103,000 for this, you know, slightly bigger than a half-ton truck, but it was for good reason. And that reason is I needed it to haul cars, to move stuff around. Now we're taking stuff non-stop to the abandoned mini resort, which is a ton of driving. So today, I'm gonna tell you guys what I liked about it, what I don't like about it, and we also have to service it because it's at 7,000 miles and I've never had to do a thing to it yet. The dealers actually will refuse. They don't really refuse, but they tell you no if you want to get your oil changed early. They said wait till oil life hits. Oil life hasn't hit yet, but it's down to like 20%, so I'm gonna go ahead and change it. It's also time to handle a couple other little things, like it's out of washer fluid, it's out of def, it's out of everything. So let's go take care of all of this. So first, let's drive to O'Reilly's, buy our laundry list of stuff we need to take care of this truck. Second, we'll go do some work on it. And third, we'll walk through all the things I love and all the things I hate about it. Now, this is a Limited with FX4. It has basically everything there is, and it's also filthy. Take a look at this. It's really just the floor mats that are filthy, but I do need to take a day and clean it up. It just takes a full day to clean this thing up. So obviously, you don't have to touch anything, remote start, keyless entry, keyless go, everything you'd expect in a modern truck. We got washer fluid low, def level low, and it complains about this too much. That's my first complaint about this truck is like every 50 miles, it just absolutely freaks out like doo-doo-doo, 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 trying to tell me that I need to put def in it. I know I need to put def in it. I can see the lights on the dash. But it's not out. It's not at limp mode stage yet. I know they don't want people going into limp mode, and I wasn't planning on it either. I had my journey all mapped out, so we're gonna go buy def and put it in right before it actually runs out. And since we're off on that def tangent, I know everybody claims to hate it, but as you drive around these days, you don't see any old diesels on the road. They're basically all gone. I know in the comments everyone will be like, I've got a 7.3, but do you? I mean, you might, but in the grand scheme of things, I drive through the country all the time and everybody has a brand new diesel. So for as much, I'll never buy a truck with def, and you know, def is our arch nemesis, and you know, it destroys everything. Every single diesel I see out on the road, 99% of them are brand new. So people are clearly buying them, and I don't think the anti-def campaign's working. Is it annoying? Sure. But can you leave your truck running in an enclosed shop for an hour while you're in there working and not even notice it? Also, yes. They are incredibly clean. That's not advice. Please don't leave your truck running in an enclosed shop with you. But personally, I had that 7.3 Ford diesel, and I let that run in my the giant, you know, 10,000 square foot of the building. It would be running in there, and you wouldn't be able to breathe after 5 minutes. I could remote start this twice and let it run for full 30-minute sessions and never even notice it was running. That is how good new diesels are. And I appreciate it, honestly. It's kind of great. That's just about the truck market in general. It really has nothing to do with this other than it has def, and like I said, I appreciate it. All right, we're here at O'Reilly's. Oil, filter, def, wiper fluid, diesel additive. We got to take care of this thing. It does have a CP4 pump, which is the newest diesel fuel pump that everybody has on the new engines. And yes, they are known to grenade from time to time. It hasn't happened to me. And maybe it's happened to the manager of O'Reilly's. What's going on,
What's up, brother?
Nothing.
You caught me.
I did, I caught you. I need to fix the diesel today.
That thing's brand new, ain't it?
Well, it's kind of out of everything.
Well, we gotta maintain that thing, man.
Do you? I thought it was electric.
Unless you want to get rid of it.
Not yet. I gotta wait 5 years on this one. All right, guys, here's our diesel service. This is everything we need to bring this thing back to life. Almost $300 of fluids. Pretty insane. I'll be right back to get the rest. All right, let's load this thing up. Def range low, refill now! Again, I get it. When it gets to 50 miles, I'm in trouble, but it's not there yet. So maybe just warn me once. And we're here at German Motor Works with my very German truck, just to check in on the car and engine and see what they are working on today. Guess fixing your brake rotor turning machine?
Yeah, just maintaining a little bit.
Nice. I can see you've turned a few.
Yeah, one or two.
Well, huge shout out to Johnny. I needed a lift so I could change the oil on this thing. You don't actually have to have a lift. If you guys remember, you can actually just lay on the ground and do the entire oil change on this. It's like no problem at all. You can reach all of it. You can get a 5-gallon bucket under it. It has that much ground clearance, but I can promise you it's a lot easier with a lift. So let's first do the easy stuff, washer fluid and def. Second, we'll go after that oil. We'll open up the house of tubes. I know everyone loves to complain about the tubes, and this engine is the king of them. There is nothing but exhaust bypasses and boost lines, just everything on this thing. It's all tubes. Anyway, let's fill up the washer fluid because all the tubes work great. Can we go full Bluetooth? This is my only complaint, guys. It seems like on every one of these, the batteries, when they're brand new, are somehow already covered in acid. You can see it coming around the caps, all over the place. 6 months old. The old one did that too, and the old batteries did that too. Washer fluid's full, depth's full. I know it says that it's only gonna get less than 3,000 miles on those two boxes, but I usually get closer to 10. So apparently about 7 because it was full when I picked it up. This one might use more depth than my old one. All I know is this thing's pulled a lot of heavy stuff and it does blow through the depth when you're using them. We've got the F250 up in the air and I really appreciated how clean this thing was underneath when I picked it up. It's still pretty clean. We're only 7,000 miles in and she's still looking pretty good. We of course have the plastic pan on the transmission, and somehow the engines on the Super Duties don't have plastic pans yet. Kind of interesting, all the Ford cars, and it seems like all the trucks do. That drive shaft was nice and fresh when I picked it up, and now it's completely rusted over with surface rust. Obviously not a big deal, but you know, it was prettier 7,000 miles ago. The exhaust, getting a little bit of surface rust going on. That aluminum drive shaft though looks absolutely stunning. I have drained down the water filter here a while back, didn't find a single drop of water in it, so that's nice. Look at this. Is that the exact same four-wheel drive actuator on the transfer case the Hummer had? I mean, it's super close. Super, super close. Pretty crazy. I guess all the transfer cases are probably Borg Warners in reality, so it kind of makes sense. Huge diesel tank. It takes a diesel tank that big to go almost 600 miles on a tank. And that is one massive rear end under this thing. Makes sense. They do say it can pull almost 30,000 pounds. All right, let's get under here. Drain this oil down. 13 quarts of oil. When they say Super Duty, they sure made everything super. 13 quarts. All right, guys, I set you up all the way over there because every time you do these oil changes, the oil likes to shoot out almost past the transmission because there's so much weight on it. So today, I'm gonna try to not make a mess. Will I be successful? Nobody knows. I don't even want to do it. I did just drive this thing 300 miles to get here. It's really hot. Ben, I'm about to get your socket very oily. I will clean it.
I don't care.
Okay, here comes the mess. No way! Did I just do an F250 oil change without spilling? That's a first for me. This takes a while.
Like 13 quarts, yeah.
You just kinda gotta wait.
I have noticed, just try not to make the stream go directly in the center or it'll...
Because it'll splash back?
Yeah.
So they sell, I don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah, those
the
anti-splash
nets.
mats.
I need the net too.
It's basically just like a big thing of Scotch-Brite,
Yeah,
it's softer.
That's all it is. I see it at all the other dealerships and they're just dumping fluids and I'm like, I needed that my whole life.
Yep. Oh, especially for like training pans, that
Yes.
was always good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he brought his own oil pan with the sheet thing. He had everything.
Huh.
Anything and everything you needed, he had it.
Nice. All right, we've got our Motorcraft filter. Oh, it says Fomoco on it still. Check it out. We're gonna pop that off, swap it out for our Wix 5715 XP, running the extended performance, and all Shell Rotella T6. We're going truly fancy on this oil change. It's really hard to buy T6. It's always out of stock, so I'm super happy that this one's gonna have it in it. Hopefully it has it in its whole life. It's time to swap out these monstrous filters here and try not to get too covered in oil. It's kind of impossible, but I'm gonna try not to get too covered. This filter's been draining down for like 3 minutes so far. I'll get back to you guys when that filter's empty. Close enough, we're down to just a dribble, so it's time to get in here and get it changed. Whoa. I really thought I finally did one without spilling. It never happened yet. There's something I've never seen before. The O-ring stayed on the oil filter housing. I actually had to get in there and pop it off. Luckily, I went to kiss the two filters and noticed there was no O-ring to kiss. So pulled that off. New filter's on. Let's put the plug back in and fill this thing up. Pretty quick, pretty easy, just expensive. All right, let's put some oil in this thing. And we are back on the road, ready for another 7,000 uninterrupted miles, I hope. I know earlier I got distracted when I was talking about the CP4 and its possible failures versus the old CP3s. That's why I run this Power Service Diesel Clean, because it does have injector cleaner, performance improver, but it really, the key to this is the slick diesel lubricator. And you know, it's certified by Cummins. I've run it in all my diesels forever now. And I think, and I hope, it'll protect the CP4, because I don't want a failure. If I do have a failure, at least it'll be under warranty. That is it. She's all serviced, ready to go back on the road. I just need to clear the oil life indicator. There we go. Oil life is reset. We are ready to get back out on the highway. Air filter good. Def full. Tire pressure is looking pretty good. That's basically all of it. Well, huge thank you, as always, to Johnny here at German Motor Works in Wichita. The shop that works on mostly Fords.
You're very welcome.
Thanks, bro. What are you working on?
Anytime.
Oil pump or something?
Yeah, it's that beautiful Mini Cooper. Can I take a peek?
Beautiful Mini Cooper. R35. You know, I need one of these.
Everybody needs one of those things.
It's just a good car, but I have a plan that has to have an R35. And it involves a company called Red Bull, but not Red Bull at all. Wow, this is exciting.
Look at that.
Couldn't have it any more apart, could you? Man,
There's a tiny piece missing.
just a tiny piece.
Yeah.
Even the rings kind of gave up.
I think we can put some JB Weld and see if it works.
It always works, man. JB Weld always works. Get you home. Quick run to Best Buy to pick up more stuff for the abandoned mini resort, and we will be ready to head back there. I just got back today, and I'm basically going back tomorrow. That is how much we're working there. But I do want to say a few things about this truck. The Platinum, I like the Platinum more because of the black interior. Unfortunately, these seats do actually get dirty. You can see there's 3 little spots. It is a work truck and I do use it for the business, and unfortunately, if your clothes are dirty, these seats are gonna get dirty and there's nothing you can do about it. All you can do is try to clean them. So I'll have to figure out a way to do that. But this thing has other cool things. One more downside, they took the CD player out of it. Come on. When you're in the middle of nowhere and you don't have radio, say you don't have satellite radio, rare, but this one doesn't have it activated right now and your phone's not working or something, you need a CD player, and they finally took it away. I guess it was about time, but here's some upsides to having the brand new F-250. First, they added drive modes. I didn't find these until I'd had it for a little while, but instead of just tow haul, like the old one, you hit the end of the shifter, you've got normal, tow haul, Eco, which I drive around in that quite a bit, even though everyone says it makes no difference, slippery, and deep snow and sand. It even tells you you should shift into 4-wheel drive. Let's go back to normal. The 10-speed's been pretty great, but myself and other 10-speed owners, let me know in the comments if you've experienced this as well. You've got a new Ford truck, anything within the last 3 years, something like that. Every once in a while, it'll just randomly make some super hard shift that it'll bang into the gear. What is going on with that? Like, it'll be a downshift and it'll snap you forward and you're like, are you broken? Are you broken, or are you just being weird? Is this a computer thing? So the 10-speed's great. It does get crazy mileage. You saw, like, in general, 500 plus miles per tank of gas, per 30 gallons. So it gets pretty great fuel economy for a tank, and it's definitely better than the old truck was, the 6-speed. So I'll give it credit there, and it's been towing great. It's been towing heavy, and it's been towing heavy with 10 speeds. So that is pretty cool. And sometimes when you're driving on a lot of hills, you've got a little bit of shift uncertainty, but in flat driving, the transmission is excellent. Excellent, excellent, and of course the engine makes insane power. We don't even need to say anything anymore. I can pass pulling a fully loaded camper, 10,000 pounds on the bumper, and I can floor this thing and it will instantaneously, on 65 plus mile an hour highways, you're going 74 and you need a pass, it will pass. That's all I need to say. This thing goes. Another really cool thing, Ford over the air added this the other day. You can now do full screen CarPlay. Look at that. So you can have a gigantic display from your phone, or you can spin it back down there, and you can have all the additional displays from the truck. Of course, bed camera while driving. Everyone loves this feature. Everyone that's ever been in my truck is like, oh, you can see your bed while you drive. And not only can you see it on the small screen, you can hit the button, and you can see it on the big screen. Let's hit bed. Oh, wrong camera. That camera's not hooked up. Trailer camera. There we go. So you can drive down the road and make sure nothing falls out of your bed. Well, the F-250's all cleaned up, back on the road, probably worth considerably less than $103,000 now. But I had another good reason for buying it, and that was the fact that 2022 was the last year of 100% Section 179. Many people understand this. Many other people think I'm just being dumb, but being able to write off in 100% $103,000 is pretty important, which explains why I had to buy a 2022. I could not wait until this year, because waiting until 2023, you instantly lose 20% of that. And every year after this, if you're a small business owner and you use Section 179 right now, just know that every year you wait, you're losing more of that, and it will no longer exist 5 years from 2022. So every year you lose 20 more percent. So very soon, there will be no more writing off equipment that you use for your business, basically. You can depreciate it out. 179 is just bonus depreciating. It's just depreciating all of it up front, not waiting the whole 5 years. But if you sell it, you have recuperation or whatever. I forgot what they actually call it in the tax code, but if you sell the equipment before the 5 years is up that you'd normally need to depreciate out your asset, you would have to pay back part of that. So, you know, keep it for 5 years. I'm keeping this one for 5 years. I don't know why people keep arguing that I'm not. I definitely am, because it would cost me a lot of money to sell this truck. That's enough of the tax lesson. I'm no CPA. I don't give financial advice. But that's the reason I had to buy it when I bought it. Another great reason I own it. And it is a very nice truck. And let me tell you, when you got to pull a trailer that weighs, well over 10,000 pounds, 3 hours, even, 25,000 pounds, whatever you got to pull, this is the truck you want to be sitting in while you're going over the highway. So that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shop.watchjrgo.com for cool shirts, not like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I will talk to you next time. Woo! I'm back in Wichita. I get to get food other than Sonic. Where we're at, the only restaurant that's open is Sonic. So we pretty much eat there daily, and I am really, really tired of Sonic. Super excited to be home. And yes, for those of you that can't wait to see the end of the Escalade series, it's coming soon. I'm gonna get that wrapped up shortly, but obviously we're really busy, and when I come back after the weekend, I'm pretty much dead, and I'm busy editing the videos from the weekend so you guys can be up to date on the abandoned mini resort. So it'll all happen. We'll get it all done. Just sometimes I gotta prioritize just a little bit. I still do get it all done eventually.